Hello, welcome to this three-part tutorial where we will see how to create a Cloud Foundry application. We'll create an API application which is written in Java and which gets deployed in the Liberty runtime container. And we'll also see how to manage the API application using the API management feature which is available for a Cloud Foundry application. This is the first part where we'll look at how to create the application, set up the delivery pipeline, uh, and in the next part we will look at how to actually create the API application, and in the third part we will see how we could manage multiple versions of the API in the same API application. So let's get started. So first thing I'll do is I'll create the Cloud Foundry application by clicking on Create App. So I'll choose Cloud Foundry apps. I'm choosing Liberty. So this creates the API application, and now let's enable the DevOps toolchain. So for that you can go to the overview section and click on enable. Okay, so this is the DevOps toolchain. So what we need to do is we want to create a new repository. So I'll select this option as new instead of clone, and you can give it a name that you like. We want to make this a private repository, and we also want to enable issues. So I'll click on create. So there we have our DevOps toolchain, and we also have a delivery pipeline. I'll go and edit the delivery pipeline. So what we need to do is here is we're going to use the application that we're going to write. It's going to use Maven for our build. So I'm going to change this and use Maven. This is the default shell command. This is the default Maven goal, which will be used for doing the build. If you want to use something else, then you can go and modify that. But we'll keep the default, and we would use the manifest.yml file for doing the deployment. So and that is in the root folder. So we don't need to use any archive directory. But if you want to do that differently, you can do that, and you can specify a particular uh, archive directory for this particular build stage. So once that is done, let's just look at the deploy stage as well. So this is the simplest way of deploying a Cloud Foundry application. Uh, if we specify the manifest.yml file in the source, then it will use that. Otherwise, it will just use the cf command to push to this application, and here's the name of the application. And if we want, we can also change this script to use a blue-green deploy method so that the application is always up at any point of time. In one of the toolchain samples, you will find this option of you'll find the script which can be used for blue-green deployment. We'll not do that at this point of time. There are no changes here, so I will just cancel this. Okay, so we have our toolchain ready. So there we have our application, and the next thing that we need to do is work on our application and deliver those changes into the source control. We'll see that in the next part.